Alright guys, Punisher Max 17 here, and this is my review of the Digi-Fusion Shoutmon X4. Now this is the figure that is made whenever you combine Ballistamon, Shoutmon, and Dorulumon. Now if you've been seeing any of the other videos on my channel here of the past few uploads, I'm sure you know about these guys. They're the newly released Digi-Fusion figures that essentially pop apart like a model or like the Transformers Constructabot kind of things, and can form larger stuff. Now this is the combination of 3 of them into Shoutmon X4, and I'm actually quite happy with it. I think it looks nice. You know, I think they did a good job taking these 3 figures, all of which look very accurate, anime accurate. You know, Dorulumon isn't super anime accurate necessarily, but Ballistamon and Shoutmon look fantastic. And you combine them all to create this. Now, what you do is you have Ballistamon's main body, arms, and feet are back here as like the backpack unit, I suppose. And then his head's over there. You actually use every bit of Ballistamon. Dorulumon has a lot of parts here. Dorulumon has the legs, which is made from his main body. These here are his regular legs, and that is part of the tail down there. These 2 parts are also part of Dorulumon's tail. That actually probably needs to be flipped around. I have that on there backwards. And then here's Dorulumon's head, of course. And Shoutmon X4's head comes with Dorulumon as well. And for Shoutmon, the only pieces you actually use are the little V-fin looking kind of thing, and the Star Sword, which comes with Shoutmon. So, leftover pieces from this stuff, you have almost an entire Shoutmon figure, and you just have these 2 little feet from Dorulumon, because the other legs are actually stored back here. I assume that has a variety of purposes. One being, I'm under the assumption that maybe we're going to get some extra little add-ons, or you can just mess around with things and attach them to the legs. And that gives it a little more weight in the legs, so it makes it a little bit sturdier. Now, these figures are between 3.5 to 4 inches tall. This guy is probably closer to 6.5, 7. Now, that's just a rough estimate. I haven't actually measured it or anything. But it's a decent-sized figure. And I'm happy with, like I said, I'm happy with what they did combining them. So, articulation-wise, you can bend, here, I'll do it on this leg. You can bend the legs over 90 degrees back there and back down. They can go in and out anywhere you want, just like that. And then at the hip, you can, let's get the arm out of the way here. You can bend that all the way back 90 degrees, but you can't go, oh yeah, you can go forward, can't you? You can get a little forward. And go just a tiny bit in and out. Sorry, I know some of that's hard to see. I was just trying to get all of this guy in the frame. Now at the waist, you can go forward a little bit, backwards a little bit. You can turn 360 degrees there. So you get really nice movement at the waist, actually, and I'm quite impressed with that, to be completely honest. Now, this is just a solid block, but the V-fin does move forward and back, so if there's some position you prefer, then by all means you can do that. These little shoulder pieces go all the way forth and back down. Now this piece keeps popping off, as I mentioned in the Ballistamon review. That piece pops off quite easily. But that does go up and down, just like the Dorulumon side goes up and down as well. Now let's see. At the arm, they can go 360. Just a little bit of work there. And they can go up and in and out just a tad bit. So you get a little movement there, and then you get some back and forth as well. So decent movement out of the shoulders. These can go in and out, back and forth, all around to the side. They're just on a single ball joint there. Let me get this turned around. So that's not too bad a movement. Arms can go in and out, for a better view. In and out about that far, and if you feel like moving this so that it's a straight thing, it can go a whole lot farther forward. So you really get any kind of movement you could ever want out of all the joints on the arm there. So that's actually quite impressive. The head can move 360 as well. Up, down, quite a ways to each side. Not bad there at all. And then the little backpack thing, which has gotten messed up in my review, can move all over. And he's got his tail that can move literally anywhere you want. So, honestly, the articulation on this figure is pretty impressive. And I'm happy with the looks of the figure. Honestly, based off of this line of figures, I would have expected something that didn't even look this good. So I am very happy with what they did, and I think it is a quality job. These figures are $9 individually, so if you wanted to put this guy together at retail price, it would be $27. Not a bad price in my opinion. These figures are decently sizable and have good value to them. As a Digimon collector, at least, I'm quite happy to have them, and I think they were definitely worth the $9 each. A lot better than other kind of toys these days. So, this is Shoutmon X4. Go ahead and put his sword in his hand here. Hopefully we get some further variants of these guys. And in addition to this, we also have a male Birdramon and a Greymon figure that I also have to review, and they will combine into a Metal Greymon. So, a lot of different stuff we can do with this line. And even all of this can be taken apart to customize the individual figures into some other stuff from the show or just your own creations. So that's a lot of fun. So, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.